Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be talking about one of my favorite topics of this cycle, and that is the Internet Computer Protocol. And for all my ICP fans out there, get ready for your faces to melt because ICP is now #1 in a major metric worldwide in the blockchain ecosystem, and that's what we're going to be discussing today. And I'm also going to be showing you guys some things that are going on around the world with Internet Computer Protocol. I think one of the most undervalued blockchains in crypto as we move into the 2024 Bitcoin halving cycle. And remember, this is the Cryptoviser podcast. We upload every single day of the year. So make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Give the video a free thumbs up. We upload every single day. And hopefully you guys can watch and enjoy regardless if you agree or disagree. We could still be friends. This is my analysis, my thoughts, and strategies on the market. And this may be different than yours, so do your own research. This user on X said ICP is now officially at the #1 spot on development activity. Data from Santiment, an on-chain analytics firm, shows ICP entered the top #1 spot of development activity. This indicates that developers at DFinity, which is the development company behind Internet Computer, are actively working on projects within the ICP ecosystem. Will people start to notice? Will the people at DFinity finally be acknowledged by the big crypto influencers for their great work? Time will tell. So what in the ICP is he talking about? Well, if you go to the Santiment feed, they don't have dark mode. There we go, got dark mode. Anyway, you can see here, this is the Santiment database. And if we go to developer activity over the course of the last 30 days, you can clearly see that Internet Computer has taken the reins as #1 cloud computing blockchain with 445 commits. I believe these are commits on GitHub. Polkadot follows with 425. Kusama, which is basically the same as Polkadot, it's the same thing. Cardano follows with 423, then Optimism 385, Hedera 370, Status 336, and Cosmos 320. And so obviously Internet Computer is doing something right. In terms of the questions here, when will people start to notice? Listen, guys, the longer it takes people to notice, the more accumulation we can have. Internet Computer, in my view, out of all of the top cryptos, is going to be one of the best performing. Again, these are just my opinions. I could be wrong, so do your own research and understand what you are investing in. But I've been following Internet Computer since it launched, since its failure of a launch. And it's not really even Internet Computer's fault. We know there was massive price manipulation coming from the likes of FTX and Alameda Research. And they would list coins in perpetual swaps, which are derivative markets, easy to manipulate, and not even hold the actual asset. So they were betting on the asset without holding the asset. That's how price manipulation occurs. And that's why we saw the price go from about $800 at launch down to $2.73 during the bear market of 2023. And this is the point that I really started to add to my position. This is one of my top positions, but it's still a very relatively small percentage of my overall portfolio. But I do think that the opportunity here with Internet Computer is huge. #1, we have identified, and I have clearly presented to you guys on this channel, that one of the reasons I flipped to become very bullish for Internet Computer is because when I saw the launch, we didn't know about FTX and Alameda were manipulating the markets as much as they were. We didn't know. And I really thought that this was a rug pull blockchain, right? Because how does a coin go from $800 to almost zero within a year? And this was listed on Coinbase. This was listed on many major exchanges and backed by a lot of these major exchanges. But what I saw happen during the bear market, and this was the key for me, was that Dominic, he never stopped, right? Like when ICP first launched, I thought Dominic was a very well-spoken guy, clearly understood what was going on in crypto, but, he is, it seems, one of the most dedicated and busy founders out of any of these blockchains. I mean, he's constantly traveling to meet DFinity team that are all over the world. You can see on this node map. I mean, there's nodes on almost every continent. I don't know about Antarctica, but almost every continent. You can see massive amount of nodes. And there's not just nodes here, right? There's actual development teams all over the world that are working to expand the ICP ecosystem, to expand the technological stack, to make sure that everything's running properly. And yes, ICP is highly undervalued. People are not really paying attention to it. And it doesn't matter because Internet Computer is already number 16 in the market charts, and we haven't even hit the Bitcoin halving yet. We haven't even heard from the Federal Reserve that they're going to start quantitative easing and printing more money. We haven't heard any of that yet. And Internet Computer is already number 16. Why? Because they're continuing to develop the blockchain, because they're continuing to introduce new technologies like chain key technology, interoperability between chains, the availability to bring AI compute data into the ecosystem. And that's what we're talking about from kind of like a centralized development aspect, but there's also a lot of decentralized development going on. Dfinity posted this on X. They said Helix Markets went live. Helix Markets says that they're bringing true ownership and full transparency to crypto trading. And they officially launched Empower Your Trading and join us now to experience a new era of security, speed, and a trading experience. Built on ICP, this European Union regulated exchange that achieves cross-chain trades using threshold chain key technology, avoiding the need for bridges at all. Dfinity also posted this, that the beta of the Ethereum Virtual Machine RPC canister on ICP was launched to foster building integrations between ICP canisters, which are ICP smart contracts, and Ethereum smart contracts. This brings ICP one step closer to its vision as a multi-chain hub. We also heard from Dfinity that with about 118 participants from 32 countries, the 2024 South Africa Hackathon kicked off with four projects built on ICP. These hackers are encouraged to utilize the unique features of ICP and put their skills to the test. And again, this is a lot about encouraging people, developers, and teams of developers to build on ICP, to find the best talent so that Dfinity can hire these individuals to help grow and expand the ICP ecosystem. And out of all the ecosystems that I see, Internet Computer is continuing to start to become the number one in all of this. AI compute data, storage availability, data availability, interoperability, cross-chain swaps and cross-chain communication. Guys, this is what we need to be looking for. Which ecosystems are deploying at a fast pace? Which ecosystems have a pipeline of new developers for the next generation? And next generation means next year, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. ICP is well positioned. And personally, I think ICP is going to hit the top 10 very soon, potentially the top 5 in the bull run. And we've talked about the tokenomics. I don't want to kind of harp on the people who are in the deep, deep red in ICP, but there's a lot of people in the deep red in ICP. A lot of people that have their coins just kind of stuck in limbo because they bought at $200 and now we're at $12. So there's no reason for them to sell. There's no reason for them to ignore the coin. And so they're just holding. We also know I've done some other videos about the tokenomics behind ICP and how Internet Computer has vesting or locking available for staking and for node operations. And some users in the network are locking their coins for 8 years or 10 years or 20 years in the system so that they can participate in staking and node operations and also governance. But again, those coins are then technically still in circulation, but they're not really in circulation. There's all these coins that are either deep in the red or locked in staking. It's a lot of the market cap. And that means the supply of available or liquid ICP for purchase is much lower. And so when the demand continues to increase and the supply stays stagnant or decreases, guess what happens to the price? And again, these are just my opinions, strategies, thoughts on the market. These could be different and these could be definitely wrong from what happens or from your opinions. So make sure you guys do your own research. Give the video a free thumbs up. Let me know if you're holding ICP and where you see ICP in the upcoming cycle. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Invest responsibly and crypto on.